all Venezuela experts agree, that it would be absurd and preposterous for us to suddenly fly her into the country and to put her in charge. And the military would follow her, and the security forces would follow her.
Yeah.
This is not a serious. It's not even a serious question.
So should there be an election?
Let me. If you give me the floor for 30 seconds, let me tell you what we are doing here, Jake. The United States. This is sort of foundational. The United States is using its military to secure our interests unapologetically in our hemisphere. We're a superpower, and under President Trump, we are going to conduct ourselves as a superpower. It is absurd that we would allow a nation in our own backyard to become the supplier of resources to our adversaries, but not to us. To hoard weapons from our adversaries. To be able to be positioned as an asset against the United States, rather than on behalf of the United States.
Sovereign countries shouldn't be able to do what they want to do?
No. Nope. Not if it's causing us problems.
The Monroe Doctrine and the Trump Doctrine.
That's the Monroe Doctrine and the Trump Doctrine. The Trump Doctrine says they're not able to do what they want. I made up a rule that says that I can do whatever I want.
Is all about securing the national interests of America. For years, we sent our soldiers to die in deserts in the Middle East to try to build them parliaments, to try to build them democracies, to try to give them more oil, to try to give them more resources. The future of the free world, Jake, depends on America being able to assert ourselves and our interests without apology. This whole period that happened after World War II, where the West began apologizing and groveling and...
I love this guy, because this guy is as mad about it as I am. Because the same thing, I felt the same way. Yeah, exactly.
I don't even know, honestly, what you're talking about right now.
I don't know what you're talking about? Yeah, you do.
What I'm talking about, Jake, is the idea... And by the way, you do. I know you love doing that smarmy thing, Jake, and I was hoping...
Attacking the media. I love it. We got to have more of this.
Better than that this time.
I asked you about if there should be an election. I asked you if there would be an election in Venezuela. That's what I asked.
Who the fuck knows? It's been 2 days.
Why was the president so quick to dismiss Machado? You answered that question. And then I said...
The objective, Jake, is security and stability for the people of Venezuela. With our help and leadership, that country will become more prosperous than it has ever been in its whole history. Venezuelans
But the woman running Venezuela right now is part of the Maduro regime.
There will be conversations, Jake, about all of these guideposts along the way. The reason why I was giving you that speech, which I know you didn't want to hear, is because you're approaching this from the wrong frame. This neoliberal frame that the United States' job is to go...
I feel very good because I remember he said something and I said that he was approaching something from the wrong frame. And now he's saying that this guy's approaching it from the wrong frame on CNN. It's spreading. I don't think it's because of me or anything, but it's good to see more people not even accepting. And this is a very important thing to do. You do not even accept the frame in which the argument exists in. Because if you do that, the argument is set up for you to lose. Never even do that.
Around the world and demanding immediate elections be held everywhere, immediately, all the time, right away. To create these vacuums.
That's not what I think, but you invaded the country. We went into the country and we seized the leader of Venezuela.
Damn straight we did.
And I'm...
What? Oh my God! Is that you? It's as close as I'm gonna get. Okay. Man. This is amazing. I've been waiting on this for a while.
Not what I think, but you invaded the country. We went into the country and we seized the leader of Venezuela.
Damn straight we did.
And I'm saying,
we're not going to let.
So is the U.S. going to have new elections?
Jake, is that we're not going to let Tim Pot communist dictators send rapists into our country, send drugs into our country, send weapons into our country.
Okay.
And we're not going to let a country fall into the hands of our adversaries. The future of Venezuela working with America is going to be so bright and so incredible and so positive, and we'll have a conversation about everything that you raised. But the priority right now, as the president has made clear, is a judicious, thoughtful, careful transition process to secure a great future for Venezuela and to secure a great future for America.
Wow. All right.
Let's just take a moment and just acknowledge, Jake, that what we've witnessed under President Trump's leadership this last week is one of the greatest foreign policy and military victories this country has ever had.
I mean, they just went in there and they got his ass, man. Oh, my God. And this is insane. The reporter's losing his shit. Yeah, I mean, the thing is that you shouldn't even treat these people seriously at all. They're just a bunch of fucking losers anyway. And they don't care at all about what's in the best interest of America. They're just advocating for stuff that's based off of their ideology. Fastest invasion ever? Yeah, it's already over.
Let me go back a step. The president has been clear for months now. So I know you're treating this as breaking news. The president has been clear for months now that the United States should be the nation that has Greenland as part of our overall security apparatus.
So we're just going to go get it. Okay.
Your wife posted that like hours after the Venezuela operation. That's why it's newly relevant.
No, I'm not, and I'll talk with you about it for an hour. I think it's a really important conversation. I just wanted to reset, Jake, by making clear that it has been the formal position of the U.S. government since the beginning of this administration, frankly, going back into the previous Trump administration, that Greenland should be part of the United States. The president has been very clear about that. That is the formal.
They just taking over, bro. Like, holy shit. This is nuts. This will break the Western Alliance. You mean the alliance where we pay for all their shit and then they patronize us for not having free healthcare because we're defending them. We're paying all the NATO budget. Yeah, I don't think that we need to be worried. I think they do.
Position of the U.S. government.
Right, but can you say that military action against Greenland is off the table?
Well, you know, manifest destiny. Yeah, by the end of Trump's third term, we're going to rename Earth to the United States of America.
We're going to be military action against Greenland. The Greenland has a population of 30,000 people, Jake. The real question is, by what right does Denmark assert control over Greenland?
That's right, yeah. Who says they have it? How is it that Denmark can have Greenland? You're right.
What is the basis of their territorial claim?
Yeah.
What is their basis of having Greenland as a colony of Denmark? The United States is the power of NATO.
Yep.
For the United States to secure...
The history? Okay. Time for a new page. Yep. It was promised to them. Yep. New page. New chapter.
The Arctic region to protect and defend NATO and NATO interests, obviously Greenland should be part of the United States. And so that's a conversation that we're going to have as a country. That's a process we're going to have as a community of nations.
So you can't take it off the table that the U.S. would use military force to seize Greenland. You can't.
He's laughing.
I understand you're trying very hard to, which again is your job. I respect it. It's great to get exactly the headline. Right, that catchy headline.
I'm trying to get an answer to the question.
That says Miller refuses to rule out.
He's actually completely bulldozering this guy. He's having such a bad time. He just like, this is your job. You have to interview this bald asshole who fucking hates you, and he's just going to yell at you until it's over. Basically, you're getting locked in to get yelled at by this bald asshole.
The United States should have Greenland as part of the United States.
It's
There's
ours.
no need to even think or talk about this in the context that you're asking.
We don't even need to talk about this. It's obvious.
Of a military operation. Nobody's going to fight.
You're talking about World War III? World War II is the USA was the only coward? You really think that they're going to start World War III over Greenland? They're obviously not going to. The fact is that the US could take could take Greenland from Denmark, and there's nothing they could do about it. They couldn't stop us. It would happen. And yeah, it might look bad. They'd be mad about it. But I'm sure they would make a tweet about it. They would make a tweet and they would say, this isn't fair. This is a violation of the law. This is horrible. You shouldn't do this. And then we have it. That's it. Would you want this? No, I don't think we should take it. I don't think so. But we could. We absolutely could.
The United States militarily over the future of Greenland.
One last question.
It's pretty retarded to attack your allies. I mean, like, when was the last time Denmark helped us? It sure seems like this whole allyship with NATO and everything is pretty one-sided. Seems like the majority of the time it's like us going over there helping them. What are they helping us? In Iraq? Yeah, how'd that work out? Big fucking mistake there. And it's now a multipolar world order with the U.S. and China taking slices of the pie. People need to get it. Yeah, what do you think Trump would name Greenland to? What do you guys think Trump would rename Greenland to? What do you think? Yeah, I'm kind of curious. Trumpland. A lot of people are saying Trumpland. That's a good way to say it. Yeah, I think you could be right. And if France colonized you instead of helping you, you don't attack an ally, that's all? I mean, again, I don't think they could, like, I'm not, the thing is, I'm not disagreeing with you. I don't think we need Greenland either. Unless they know something I don't know. I don't want to take Greenland. It's a waste of fucking time. It's going to cause a bunch of extra, it's going to cost political capital. It's going to put a strain on everything. And it is another foreign incursion while we're being scammed at home. I don't even agree with you. I don't even agree with this, but I'm saying that if we wanted to do it, we could do it. And there's nothing they could do about it. Now, you might not like the reality of that, but I think it's true. There's nothing that realistically they could do about it besides tweet. You think they're going to blow up one of our ships? Absolutely not, they wouldn't. They would never do that. And so basically, all they would do is tweet, complain, and that would be it. It would be a war? It would not be a war. Why would you think they're going to start? You think Denmark has a standing army that's going to be able to repel the American military? Fuck no. Of course that's not going to. Wait, what are you thinking? Really, what are you thinking that could even possibly happen? NATO does? NATO hasn't, really. Go look up where the military comes from with NATO. Go look up where the funding comes from with NATO. It's just, yeah, we are NATO. What do you mean? And again, if it happens, listen, you guys can clip this. I think that there is a very good chance Trump's getting a lot of good vibes out of stealing Venezuela. He is. He's getting a lot of good vibes out of it. I think he may even get good vibes whenever he steals Colombia and Cuba, too. And I think that if he gets all three of those, he's going to have to take Greenland. He wouldn't even want to, but he would have to. Because that's what people would want. I mean, shit. Because you're on a roll at that point, right? You're on a hot streak. Like, you're going to stop now. Like, what's this? In a Trump world, exactly. The Infinity Stones, yeah. I think, don't forget Panama. Yeah, sure, you get that on the way out, definitely. And I'm telling you guys, like, y'all think it's not going to happen. All right. That's the way I see it. They could not stop us, but NATO would not be happy. I don't think they'd be happy either. I think they'd be very upset about this. They'd be very, very upset that we did this. They would not be happy. You're right. I don't think they'd be happy. EU can retaliate hard. To what expense? To what expense? They're already being sieged by Russia with Ukraine, helping Ukraine. They're not going to be doing anything. They're not going to fight two. They're not going to fight two incursions, one against the Russia indirectly, and the other one against America. Do you really think they're going to do that? Absolutely not. It's not worth it to them. Anyway, let's go to the next one. I'm arguing for something that I don't even agree with. I think people are delusional in thinking that any of these countries can actually do something about it. Very delusional. It might turn Europe as an adversary in 10 to 15 years. Well, if it continues getting overrun by third worlders that want to take over the government and turn it into another, fundamentalist religious shithole, then yeah, you're right. Maybe the first country with nukes is going to be the UK. You're right. Anyway, we got a third one here. Let's watch it.
There's going to be some posturing that occurs when a nation has been so thoroughly defeated in this way. The United States of America, think about this, Jake. The United States of America has encircled this nation for months. One of the largest naval armadas in history has been stationed off its coast.
Yeah.
Fighter jets have been encircling the island. We've been engaging in kinetic lethal strikes against Maduro's drug boats and trained Arauco gang members leaving the island.
Yeah.
We have launched a complete oil embargo of the ghost fleet, the dark ships.
The dark
ships.
ships.
And now on top of that, now on top of all that, right, Maduro is sitting in a jail cell in New York, as is his wife. So of course there's going to be, this is very important though, of course there's going to be some posturing.
Okay.
Without giving anything away, I want to be very clear. Very clear. The government has sent...
Imagine being this guy. You don't get to talk. You don't get to ask any questions. He doesn't give a fuck about you. He's just going to talk. And if you start talking, he's just going to talk louder. That's it.
Messages. This is such an important point, Jake. To the Secretary of State, to our senior U.S. government official negotiators, they have sent message after message making clear that they will meet the terms, demands, conditions, and requirements of the United States.
Okay.
And I want to be very clear about that.
So they're out there on social media and to their own people talking about how they're going to fight back and they're not going to let this happen. But then privately, they're complying and agreeing with every single thing that Trump wants. I believe that. If I were them, that's what I would do. I would, because you don't want to look weak publicly to your own people, because then you're going to look like an asshole and they might overrun you and kill you. But at the same time, you don't want to look like you're too strong to your enemy. Otherwise, you might end up in a jail cell in New York. So you've got to just play both sides here. I believe, but show the proof. Do you think they're gonna show the text messages between them and the? What are you thinking, man? What are you thinking? I don't even know what else to say.